Everybody hands up to listen. Freestyle, everybody freestyle. Freestyle, everybody freestyle. Do your rap. Do your rap.
Without you, this could not happen. Clap yourself. Ntukuma is proud and pleased to collaborate with Kingston Creative on this last Sunday of March. And we are going to be looking at the connection between storytelling and literature, that which we speak and that which we write. And that which we speak and call stories, especially the ones that we call Nancy stories, were brought to us from where? Clap yourself, not just when somebody say West Africa, clap him. And somebody was exactly more precise than said Ghana. And for that reason, I'm going to ask for 15 seconds of silence, because yesterday was the anniversary of the abolition of the transatlantic trade in slave Africans. So we want to recognize our ancestors for the fact that they survived, and the fact of the stories and so many other things that they left with us. I know normally we ask for 60 seconds, but you can keep still the line. We have been some creative. We're only going to do 15, starting now. 15. We're going to do the story of how Nancy ended up in a book. Back in the day, before we tell stories, we used to guess riddles. And before you guess the riddle, your granny would say, riddle me this, riddle me that. Guess me this riddle and parrot snap. You sure it's not parrot snap like parrot fish? Riddle me this, riddle me that. Guess me this. Guess me this riddle and perhaps not. Anybody know any riddle? You know any riddle? Yes, come, my darling, come. Big up Super Twins who opened the show today. A round of applause. What has 3 eyes but cannot see? Look all them big people they do not know. I do not want to call them dogs. I just want to say they do not know happy.
They do not know coconut.
Coconut have 3 eyes too? Achoo, clap them. Alright, come to Farah, your turn. Thank you, Zinga.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. What's faster than humans but extremely fast?
What do what?
What's faster than humans but is extremely fast?
Extremely fast. What's faster than humans but is extremely fast? Elephant?
Yeah, and hippo.
Hippopotamus and fast? Oh, you know that? Achoo? Alright, clap them, Super Twins. Alright, I have a riddle for you. You miss, which parish you come from? Riddle me this, riddle me that, guess me this riddle and perhaps me not. What's black and white and red all over?
Newspaper.
One or two right, one or two book too. That's why we're going to get, clap yourself. That's why we're going to tell you now how Nancy ended up in a book. My name is Amina Blackwood Meeks, and the other members of Ntukuma are Damien, Hassan, Aziko, and Gwyneth. A whole heap more away, but I will there today. By the way, clap the musicians and the DJ up there so they might go on with themselves. So you know how the story starts. How does start a story? Once upon a time, then only once. I just tell you, say every month things come creative outside here, so. And you have the nerve to tell me once upon a time. Once upon a time, a European people story. That's how them start story. When we start story, the storyteller has to say something. And those who are listening have to say something else. That merely call and response. And there are many forms of words. But today we are going to say, Brother Rat. And you're going to say, Brother Pusafayo. Brother Rat. Brother Pusafayo. Oh, Brother Rat. Brother Pusafayo. A long, long time ago, there was a lady in the district whose name was Agatha. But you know, in the district, everybody have a pet name. So they call Miss Agatha Magat. Magat used to sit down on her step and watch all the children them pass going home. Then days, school used to start at 8 o'clock and finish at 3. So by 3 o'clock, everybody thirsty and everybody hungry. It's okay, you can walk. Don't walk in front of me, you feel low. You're not going to move. Walk back up here. Back up here, sir. I am behind. I said, back up. You're a foreigner. Back up in, me say. You talk about behind. Yes. So these children used to walk back of one another, and sometimes they would walk behind one another. But whether they were walking back up or behind, then they look hungry and thirsty. Some of them start to make little wash. You know wash? What is the wash? Sugar, water, thank you. Beverage of in the line, miss. Beverage of in the line. The wash not having nothing but the source of sugar and water. You wash it. And when sugar you come from countryman. Yes. Under the clock. So where you find where sugar from? In the boat. Right. So she'll make the wash. Then after she make the wash, then you have a drink wash. As you drink the wash, you're hungry, you know. Some of that now have to start to make little Jamaican sweetness to them. Like what so? Drops, yes, the round some of the Jamaican culture call milk pudding, drops and all, a torta, with a cake, and the good old asham. And then my dad beside said, your mother ever tell us you can't just eat out the food for nothing, so you have to learn little something. So she don't want them to eat out the food for nothing. So she have to learn them little something. So when they pass now, she start read one book for them. Brother and Nancy up in a one tree and watch Magyata read the book. When Magyat open the first page, they pick up it and then bust out a laugh. When she opened the second page, the laugh get louder. But when she opened the third page, and every page she opened, the laugh get louder till the book done. Them gone to them yard. Brother Nancy say, I want to know what is in that book so sweet. So, the next day when Magda going to read the book, and Nancy relocate himself from the mango tree, because the mango tree was too far from the step. And you know, say every country people grow a little susumba and okra near the kitchen step. So Nancy relocate himself to the susumba and he still could not see. And Nancy said, I am going to relocate myself to the ceiling. Hold on. That is why they call the ceiling Thomas. Why must I hold on as equal?
Because you said relocate and relocate.
I do want to interrupt the relocation
I
of
am going
Nancy.
to interrupt the relocation because guess what?
Tell me.
I have a story
About relocate?
about relocate.
Alright, relocate it
I
then.
have a story located in this book called All Over Again.
You write that book?
I write this book.
Is that book Anansi and Athena?
Not this book.
Alright, read how we relocate then.
So this is a story of a little snippet from wonderful.
What split with me? You get the scissors and you cut off
And
and
you
you
snip off and live with it, yes. About a little boy who maybe will relocate or maybe not. You have a plan. You beg your mother a call and telephone Delroy's house. You have a plan, you tell him. Yeah? Yeah. We have to run there. What? Run? Run go where? By where? Run go town? Yeah. No? After space warrior. But no worry yourself. Yes. And get back to the living room just in time to change the channel and catch the end of the beginning of Space Warriors before their agenda can catch a world called Winston. In your backpack is a slingshot, a rusty nail, a sharp stick, 3.5 bullet, 3 pack, 4 boxer, 3 marino, 3 stock you couldn't find the other ball, a toothbrush, a little plastic bag with some toothpaste squeezed into it, a piece of glue, soap, and a rag. And the red Mustang car your father gave you when you were littler than Mary Johnson. Auntie Babs has gone to church. Uncle G is watching horse racing on the TV, and Delroy is in his room. Ready? He said. You know, thing is, says Delroy. Thing is, you know what the thing is. Thing is, Delroy is in 7A. And there is the thing you notice about 7 or 8 people. They think too much. So while Delroy is sitting on his bed thinking, you grab his backpack and start filling things into it because Auntie Babs is at church and knowing Uncle G, he is sawing wood by now. Sawing wood with his mouth wide open and the TV watching him. Principal Tuller always talks about windows of opportunity.
Windows of opportunity.
Windows of opportunity.
I can go back to my story now.
You can go
because Nancy see a windows of opportunity.
Alright.
And you up there, man, and you watching how my cat reading the book and turning the pages and the children laughing. And when she come to the last page, and the children them laughing, and have to hold them belly here and Nancy, that book never sweet. That book they not sweet at all. You know why the book was sweet? And Nancy never see himself in there.
Oh.
And Nancy said, no book cannot sweet if I am not in it. And Nancy started working headman about how we could end up in a book. Now in those days, Brother Puss and Brother Rat were the very best of friends. And they used to play every day up at the ball ground. So when Nancy was going up to the ball ground now, and Nancy get to find out that there was an outbreak of whooping cough. You know whooping cough? That was a thing better than COVID, you know. But there was a cure for whooping cough. And guess what happened to Brother Puss? The whole of Brother Puss family come down with whooping cough. Yes, and Nancy see Brother Puss have a look for ramp with Brother Rat here. Brother Puss, you really mean to say your whole family have whooping cough and you don't know the cure for it? Did you know that the cure for whooping cough is rat soup? Yes, rat soup. Rat soup. You hear about it? You hear about rat soup? Yes, it has been cooked up with scratch bonnet pepper and chow and Irish potato, but the main ingredient is rat. And you and rat are best friend. I do not know say rat soup. Good, the whooping cough. And not the,
Any kind of rat?
I know any kind of rat, house rat, sewer rat, no, it have to do with saying bush rat. You ready to because soup is bush rat. Yes, push rat, yes. So now, after him said that, him decide to give Brother Post the recipe. Now the recipe for rat soup is as rare as the recipe for Salaman Gundi. You know Salaman Gundi? Yes. But I bet you never know say sweet potato could have make Salaman Gundi.
Yes.
Hassan.
Yes. Sweet potato can make Salaman Gundi. Yeah, man. I, as St. Gordon, has made sweet potato Gundi, which is a JCDC 2018 gold medal awarded dish.
You get gold medal?
Yes.
To make sweet potato Gundi?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me the recipe.
The recipe.
What is the recipe?
So the recipe is sweet potato, sweet potato, red onion, garlic, sweet pepper, and scotch bonnet pepper, and with a little touch of vinegar. You just grind them all up together, and make a nice sauce, and you have it with the crackers. Yes, with bread, wild banana, and anything you like.
And I saw a Kapar, and I saw a Nancy a show off to Brother Post about the rat soup recipe. And Brother Post was looking very skeptical here and Nancy. If you don't believe me, when your name up here, listen. Hey, take a little bite and taste him. No. It's just a snippet. Now you know say it's a bush rat in his image. And you know say bush have ears. So the bush when the rat always live in here where Nancy tell him and carry the news to Brother Rat. As soon as Brother Rat see Brother Pusa come, Brother Rat take up him foot in him hand, and everybody starts sing, run Brother Rat, Brother Pusa for you. Run Brother Rat, Brother Pusa for you. Run Brother Rat, Brother Pusa for you. And Brother Rat, Brother Pusa for you. Yes, miss. You see how you in a hit, and you carry news, you know. And Brother Rat run so fast, he jump up from and start roll like when two people are fighting.
Like when two people fighting?
Like when two people are
Like
fighting.
when two friends fighting?
Like when two friends fighting.
That reminds me of a story in my book.
You write a book?
I have a book here called Young Heroes of the Caribbean. I am Gwyneth Harold Davidson. And the book is about families and children, and it is about our national heroes as if they were children.
Okay.
So this story, when we read of it, is about when Sam Sharp was fighting his best friend. So Sam Sharp is 10 years old and he lives on a plantation in St. James. And his best friend is called Cicero, and both of them are enslaved people. So Cicero jumped on Sam and pummeled the boy's face hard. Sam managed to grab her arm and bite down hard on Cicero's wrist. But at that point, a pair of thick arms dislodged the two and bore a crying Sam Sharp away. Annoyed that his sport had been taken, Bachman nevertheless allowed Curtis, who was the plantation's biggest and strongest worker, to carry the boy from the angry scene. Bachman instinctively looked around, and his eyes met those of the cart driver, Daddy Servius, who was the oldest worker on the plantation, and the only African-born slave. Bachman knew that he had given Curtis the order to part the boy, so he left the matter and he rode away on his horse. That evening in the village, the mothers of the boys hiked out to each other in a loud tracing match. Cicero's mother pointed to the scar on her son's wrist caused by that wicked boy Sam. And Sam's mother said that her boy was probably late for life because of that thieving snake. No one tried to interrupt them, because that was a way of letting off steam and letting go some of the venom that built up in daily estate life. The following morning, Sam's ankle was swollen, and his mother pleaded with the headman that he get some days off for treatment at the hospital, the slave hospital. that day. Later, as he sat with his back against the cool stones of the hospital foundation, some tried to make sense of how things turned out the way they did. Cicero was his best friend, so how did they end up in this terrible fight? They were both picking up short stalks of cane left behind in the field and running jokes with each other. It was their game to have a competition with each other as to who would have the highest pile before Daddy Service came in the cart to collect cane for the boiler house. This time, however, when Sam returned from picking up, there was one pile instead of two, and each boy claimed it as his own. Sam threw a verbal taunt at Cicero, and Baclo, who was nearby, laughed. Ha ha ha! You will serve Sam Sharp forever. Cicero hit Sam, who then punched him, and that is how the fight with the best friend started.
Chopper! No! Brother Puss never catch Brother Rat. So the fight never start. Brother Rat until this day, every time him see Brother Puss will do. Run, Brother Puss off of you. Run, Brother Puss off of you. And yes, you will run. And from that day until this day are no longer friends. So the next time when the children passing Magda's house, and they say, Magda, don't once upon a time, Brother Rat and Brother Puss were very good friends? Magda say, yes. Then ask her, then how come they are no longer friends? And Magda had to write it down in a book, that when whooping cough they broke out, Brother Nancy, they tell Brother Puss that Brother Rat, his best friend, was the cure for the whooping cough. And that is how Nancy end up in a book. Jack Pandora!
Yeah, she was none.
So our grandparents used to say, head come before a book, don't it? And so because these little children don't have a good head, we cannot trust them to remember the stories. So we put the stories there in a book. We also put our games in book. So Sam Sharp was working in the PNPs.
The PNP.
Anybody know anything about PNP? Anybody know anything about PN? Hey, the beautiful, wonderful. How you do? Miss Dean. Wonderful. Wanna know this one? Yes, Chopper. But who are so distracted by our hysteria, who are not seeing me. Chopper is little louder. And then come back and give me your full attention. You ready now? I said I went downtown.
One day.
No, man, I'm here them knowing. I said I went downtown.
One day.
And I met Miss Brown.
One day.
With a bunch of things.
One day.
And a bag or some.
One day.
And she gave it to me.
One day.
And I told her thanks.
One day.
Babsy Kaisiko.
In the shed.
Oh yeah. Come here, miss. Come here. Come, miss. Now we don't know the rest of it. Come and teach us. Who know the rest of it? Miss. I don't remember the rest. Remember. For the rest is a root part. I said I went downtown.
One day.
And I met Miss Brown.
One day.
With a bunch of cake.
One day.
And I gave her some.
One day.
And I beg her peace. And I beg her peace.
One day.
And she gave it to me.
One day.
A box of Kaisiko.
In the shed.
Please, I go like you.
In the
You
shed.
want say you don't know. Roby and Roby. Alright, we would like to give away some of our books. Our books are available in all major bookstores. My books are available in all major bookstores and in Fimi Bookshop. If you want to know the address for Fimi Bookshop, it is anywhere you see my cure. So we have books for children, we have books for young adults, and we have books for adults. We're going to play a game. Who remember red light? Alright. So now you know how to play red light? Somebody have to be the red light. Come red light. Alright, I'm going to turn your back to them. No, to them. And I won't count. So turn your back to them. I won't count. And we're going to count. We're going to say 1, 2, 3. And you must try and catch her and touch her. But as soon as I stop counting, she's going to look around. And anybody she catch moving, has to go back. Are you ready?
Yes.
We say, wow, they're going to run Kafara. Where she start already? Come back. Are you ready? 1. Right light. Go back.
Wait, what? You said you count to 3.
1, 2, 3, right light. Alright, Kafara, free.
Kids don't play those things no more, yeah.
I like that to them, not big people. If big people don't teach them in this, they will not know it. So when you join in the game, please. The lady in the right like a hat.
The more
And
you join
the
1, 2, 3 red light.
Join in the game.
You could win
One
some.
Carol.
Ready. Miss Carol. No, because they need their song. 1, 2, 3, right back.
I saw it.
No, you never saw him. Alright, give my chance. 1, 2, 3, right back. 1.5 right back. But you must turn the last and bring the last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 13.5. Very nice. Come again. 1.5, 2.5, 3. Red light. How do you know? 1, 2, 3. You get catch. You have been catching. You have to start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 13, red light. 1. And win. All right. Let's do one of the children. The books are also leaders like I mentioned. What the man, so we want to be more than in the interest of time, I respect. Happy to the lady who behaves. This lady who behaves. About 10 minutes. It's a segment that we enjoy tremendously and we hope you will enjoy it as well. Miss Kong, you can walk by. You can walk by. Every November, Ntukuma has a storytelling festival. And that festival is called Anansi Sound Splash. The thing about Anansi Sound Splash is that it lasts for 8 days. Anybody can guess why the festival lasts for 8 days? Why the festival lasts for 8 days? You don't know what thing about Anansi. I'm giving you a clue. Because why?
Because Anansi has 8 eyes.
Because Anansi, he said Anansi has 8 legs. And that is true. The festival has 8 legs. Different spiders have different numbers of eyes. And the Anansi spider has 8 eyes. And another day we will tell you the politics and the geography and the zoology and the chemistry and the biology of the 8 eyes. He's the most difficult spider to catch because everywhere you go he sees you. But now the festival have get there and the thing about the festival is we tell plenty stories. And just like how Nancy end up in a book, the stories that we tell and the papers that are presented also end up in books. And last year, it ended up in a book here that children ought to know. It's not a book for children, but it's a book we should have the information of so we can share with our children. And in that book, we carry a Nancy go to court. Because people always say all kind of things about Nancy. So we want them to prove it. So we had a court case in which there were real lawyers, yes, real lawyers in there, and the children were the jurors. Before we had the court case, however, we had a Ghanaian, like my brother who tell us that Nancy come from Ghana. We had a Ghanaian who is a professor of African culture and spirituality. And he answered the opening gala for the festival that year was called The Children Want to Know. And the children asked him questions and he responded. And his responses are also in the book. So the children asked him, what is the one thing you would want everybody in the world to know? And this is what Baba Kofi said. You can pass me, so you're not disturbing us.
If I could change one thing about the world, I would say that the world must recognize what we call humanity or humankind. The first human beings on the globe were African people. The only people who lived on the globe for countries and centuries were African people. Then they emigrated from Africa to Asia, Fiji and China, and all these places when the ice melted, they went to Europe. So the one thing I want to see change in the world is for everyone to recognize that all human beings walking the face of the earth have come out of Africans who are the first humans to inhabit this globe. Once they get to have this knowledge, they will begin to show respect to Africans who tend to be despised by other people for no reason.
All right, so if you never know, now you know. Everybody come out of Africa. You're supposed to clap for that man. So we are going to read you now an excerpt from the court case. Just like how people said good things and bad things about Africa. Them said good things and bad things about Nancy. Mazola! It's good to see you. Yes. And so they couldn't just come to court and say, I think Nancy is a bad man. All the arguments against Nancy were presented as Nancy stories. And then the children who were the jurors listened to the stories and came to their own conclusion. So we now present an excerpt of Nancy Goes to Court.
Hear ye, hear ye, this court is in session. Will the real Anansi stand up?
In case 221-2020, we are here to determine who is the real Anansi. It is alleged that Anansi is a man. Anansi is the original Spider-Man. It is further alleged that he was born in Africa and traveled to the Caribbean by way of Europe, having spent some significant amount of time in transit under terrible conditions in England. The allegations further state that during the time of his travel, he appears to have attracted a very flattering reputation, which is often repeated by persons who have never met him. We have therefore come here today in response to those demanding justice. The exhibits in this case will constitute some important stories representing the many cultures in which Anansi has operated, attesting to his international persona.
No, not international. Inform the court. Anansi is international. That is why I've never said one thing.
Order the court, order, there will be order. Your Honor, it is being submitted that each and every Anansi story plants its seed in the earth and grows to affect the souls of the peoples of the Bahamas, Grenada, Canada, Belize, Barbados, Guyana, Costa Rica, Jamaica, USA, the UK, Trinidad and Tobago, and too many places to mention.
No, mention them. Mention them. We have time. Inform the court. We've been waiting 400 years for this. Your Honor, this case must be dismissed. Nancy can't win nothing. Nothing at all in a Babylon system. The case must be dismissed. The thing is wrong. From the start of Columbus' journey, someone needs to inform the court.
Order will be kept
Inform
in
the
this
court.
Order will be kept in this court. Any other further outburst will be dealt with harshly. It's Brother Nancy alias Parkwa Nancy, Brother Nancy and Nancy with a multiplicity of spellings in the court. Yes, I see him. Could you remove those handcuffs? Yes, from all 8 legs. I will ignore that comment and proceed. Could you remove those handcuffs from all those legs? That one, that one, that one. Thank you very much. Yes, Brother Nancy. In the case 221-2020, you are charged with 1 count of heresy.
Hearsay? And hearsay, say?
Yes.
Since when hearsay make it to court?
Heresy said.
Then not that be here. It's different? Heresy different from hearsay?
Very.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been warned. There will be order in this court. Yes, Brother Nancy, in the case 221-2020, you're charged with 1 count of heresy against the priest, 2 counts of treason against King Lion, 14,000 counts of theft and petty larceny against all animals.
But Judge, you miss out something. You start out right. You go from 1 to 2, and all of a sudden you reach 14,000.
You're trying my patience.
No, Judge, you're trying them yourself.
Also class action suit.
The sheep class action. The sheep.
I agree.
And that's where the sheep go.
Yes,
Them other ones in a suit.
yes. And then in our gold and diamond and precious things.
Alright. Reform that.
Well, there's no precedence for class action, the Shiki.
Well, then we can start the sheep now.
I agree. Class action that shaking.
Bravo. Well, you can try to run and not even know what to cover at the time of the alleged crime. Always be identified.
Yes, the court has reached a verdict. The jury said to leave Nancy alone.
Yes.
To cut down Rapunzel. Ban the wicked stepmother in other jurisdiction who seek to cook their children. Interrogate the 7 dwarfs. Summon the wolf as a person of interest. My fellow jurors agree that our grannies and parents' experience all those years ago were similar to that of all black children, telling the stories of the colonizers, even during the independence season. From today, tell us about Marcus Garvey and teach us what he said about reparation. My fellow jurors want reparation from our oral tradition. And as it's been said already, let it be done. I tell you who we are under the sun.
Africa unite. Africa unite now. Africa unite. Africa unite now.
Jack Mandora,
We don't choose wrong.
thank you very much for your attention. We want to give away one of the children wants to know, and we're going to just arbitrarily give it to you.
How are you?
Yes, because
Miss
you
Me.
try so hard to
Miss
win
Me.
something and you never win nothing. We can kind of present to you the children of Thanks everybody. The action will continue at this Kingston instant creative art
How will
walk
them go and read?
under the theme.
What they going on there with?
What's the theme again?
Me no know.